Right now we are digging up a giant earth oven. Beneath this soil, vegetation, and scalding hot stones lies over 100 pounds of meat. In a moment, we're gonna find out if it cooked all the way through.
From the capital of Port Moresby, we've made our way to a highland village near the city of Tari.
From the capital, you cannot drive to where we are now. We had to fly here and then drive locally to meet and interact with the Huli tribe.
Today, I'm on a mission to uncover the secrets of how the remote Huli tribe survives in isolation.
Oh, Jesus. Lynn just crushed bamboo with her bare fingers.
Exploring their way of life.
These are men who craft intricate wigs using their own hair.
And the unique foods that sustain them.
Yes.
And by the end of this video, we'll see how this village comes together to cook a giant pig using only hot stones.
Right here, we have a whole half of a pig. This is at least 100 pounds of meat ready to get cooked just using the power of hot stones.
But first, breakfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Wig-Men. This morning they gave me the option of Cinnamon Toast Crunch or this for breakfast. I'm going with this.
Red fruit, or Marita, is a plant of the pandan family, and the first step in preparing it for breakfast is boiling water.
Step 2 is to cut these open and break them into smaller chunks so they can be boiled. Wow, I mean, just look at this red color. It looks like the fruit is bleeding at this point. It looks so gnarly. You can see they're all equipped with this right here. This is a Cassowary thigh bone. This is one of the biggest birds you will find in Papua New Guinea, and their thigh bone evidently makes a pretty good knife. Yes, thank you. So here you have a whole different perspective. The fruit, when it's split in half, you can see this red section only goes down about 3/4 of an inch. This is kind of like a corn husk in the center of the fruit, but this red bit right here, that's what we're after.
Next, the Marita husk is dug out using a bone knife. But the men's teeth come in handy too. These men are members of the Huli tribe, a group of about 250,000 people, making it one of the largest indigenous populations in the country. For over 600 years, they've been dwelling in the southern highlands and Helo province of Papua New Guinea. While breakfast is cooking, let me introduce you to the idea behind the Wig-Men. These are men who craft intricate wigs using their own hair. Hello, sir. How are you? What's your name?
Peter.
Oh, I was not expecting that. Biblical name. Peter, this is your hair?
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is kind of unbelievable. It feels like felt when I touch it. And here's the other thing. It comes off because it's a wig. So this whole thing is created using his own hair. And you can see there's different tufts of hair on different portions of the wig. Obviously this is from a plant, but all this is matted, woven hair. How long did it take you to grow this wig?
5 years, 6 years.
I have so many questions about the wigs. Everybody here has a little bit different wig, a different design. There's so much to say about this. First of all, why didn't I do this when I was in my 20s when I had more hair? I had to get a hair transplant. Soon, I'll learn the secret behind Huli wigs. How many wigs have you made in your life?
12 times.
12 times. But right now, all hands are on deck for breakfast prep. While some men focus on boiling the Marita skin, others wash the tableware made from a giant chunk of tree bark. The red fruit has finished boiling, and right now they are stripping the seeds off of the outside. It looks incredible. It's literally dyeing their hands red as they do it. Now, soon they're gonna be squeezing these seeds to extract the juice that's on the inside. But in the meantime, I've noticed them taking little bites here and there. Peter, you can eat this? Oh, he did not hesitate. So this was like the inner oh wow. My fingers are red and oily now. I can't believe how oily this feels when it touches your skin. So this is a very thin portion of the husk that was holding all the seeds. I'm gonna give it a shot. The seeds are hard. It's very crunchy. It's like a water chestnut a little bit in the way it's crispy. The flavor, I heard earlier someone say it was sweet. It doesn't really taste sweet. It just tastes really fibrous. There's not a ton of flavor to it. The kiddo here, he's going to town on it. See, parents, teaching your kids to not be picky about foods, super easy. More? Look at that smile. He loves it. The final step, squeeze the red seeds with water and salt. Around here, this is a luxurious breakfast, considering the Marita season only runs from October to March. The everyday alternative is Kaukau, a kind of sweet potato. In times of food shortages, the Huli people may resort to eating Kaukau 3 times a day. 1, 2, yum.
Hey! Do you know why we do that?
Because we are happy now for the shooting now and we are prepared.
That's right, because we're happy. And also to match up the audio.
This is Matthew. Today he'll help me connect with the Huli men. Though his upbringing was more modern, his ties to his Huli roots have not faded.
Right here we've crafted some spoons.
Yes, this is made of Marita leaf itself, and this is a temporary spoon.
This is an interesting food because how it works is there's these big seeds and there's kind of a gooey gravy sauce that's developed around them because the guys were squeezing it. So now it's very viscous and thick around the seeds, but you don't actually eat the seeds.
We don't.
Oh, wow, that's a big bite. I took a micro bite. So I can see they're chewing on it, masticating it, and then you just spit it out.
So sweet.
The seeds are very hard. You have to hold the seeds. Hold on.
Yes.
You have to hold the seeds kind of with your teeth and suck to get all the juice, like strain it out with your mouth. And then you get that juice, which is almost more like a paste at this point. It is a little bit sweet. It almost has like a tomatoey acidity to it, but it's oily too and heavy. And what's weird is it kind of irritates my throat. It's not like it's spicy, but it has this feeling on my throat that's like, makes me want to clear my throat. Does it hurt your throat a little bit? But you like that?
I like it. I want to chew more.
Oh, wow.
If you thought that course was peculiar, wait until you see the women's food.
Is that blood?
Yeah.
What? Speaking of, let's talk about the ladies. Matthew, where are the ladies?
Oh, they are prohibited. They are not allowed to enter men's area. It's our tradition.
From the creation of their tribe, Huli men and women have been living separately, even those who are married. Events like weddings, harvests, and clan meetings bring Huli men and women together, with gatherings often centered around a giant feast, like the one we'll see later today.
Soon they're gonna light a fiery pit. That's gonna heat up a bunch of stones. That's gonna eventually cook him.
But even at feasts, men and women eat separately, and each with their own assigned foods.
What is the purpose of keeping men and women separated?
Women are not good to look at or even to talk to or even sit together and eat together. They are known as dirty creatures.
Dirty creatures.
Mean, smelly,
Is it because they menstruate?
because of menstruation. That's the main point. Boys are not able to get anything from the mother with their bare hands. And when boys grow up, they are not going to get closer to any girls or women, even their mother's house. So this tradition stays here with us today.
As an outsider, I'm not bound by the tribe's rules. So soon, I'll join the women in the women's house to get their side of the story.
Who do you think smells better, men or women?
But I can't leave the men until I understand their wig obsession.
Matthew, right now we are in the boys' house. What exactly happens in the boys' house?
There's a special sheep there who look after young men, discipline them, and at the same time, look after them making or wig growing.
Once the Huli boys turn 4, they leave their mother's care and move into the men's house. Then, at 14 years of age, they attend wig school.
To participate in wig school, they go to a place where there is a creek. That area is kept sacred. No women or girls are allowed to enter that place. Every morning, before 6, they go out to the creek and then they spread water out there, hair. When they keep giving water, they use some magic spells for the hair grow.
But does that magic spell work for old guys? Because I noticed some of these guys are kind of bald now.
His hair has been grown already. He will never go back again and grow the second time or repeat.
When the boys' hair is long enough, they use bamboo bands to shape it like a mushroom. Eventually, their hair is clipped close to their scalp, creating the renowned Huli wig. Bird feathers are then added for a little flair. Huli men can grow several wigs in their lifetime, and the shape of their wigs shift from a mushroom form to that of a bullfighter's toreador as they grow older.
Peter, how many wigs have you made in your life?
12 times.
12 times?
Yes. All Salimia.
He sold it.
He sold it?
He showed it for to others who doesn't have it, or to tourists.
Do you sometimes wish that you had your old wig?
No. And make some money.
He said, I make some money.
I made some money.
But now you have one wig remaining. Will you ever sell this wig?
That's for his lifetime, until he dies. He will pass it to his child.
I'm absolutely fascinated by the culture and lifestyle here, but at the same time, I want to see how the women are doing.
Lately,
To thank the Huli women for their warm hospitality, I've gifted them several chickens, which they promptly transformed into a hearty stew. To prepare this dish, first the women slaughter, feather, and remove the organs from my gift.
all the women
Next, they grill the chicken and its intestines over an open fire before chopping them up and adding them to a giant pot full of greens and starches.
Inside that pot, we had some chicken, sweet potatoes, and a banana, some cabbage, pumpkin leaves, chocolate leaves, broccoli, carrot, onion, gingers are ingredients. That's all come from the garden.
So right now I'm in the ladies' house, is that correct?
Yes, you're right.
Ordinarily, men are not allowed into the woman's house, but today I am. Is it because you don't see me as a man?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Finally, with the men out of the picture, I learned more about the life of Huli women.
One thing I've learned already is that the ladies smoke. Can I smoke a woman's pipe?
You can, you can. You pull your wind back and then you pop it. Pop it out. Yes. Send it out. Oh no. Oh,
That's really
sorry.
good. Thank you. Very cultural experience. Soon I want to ask some questions about the roles of men and women and how they differ. But first, the men had some pretty charged, intense words for the women.
They are known as dirty creatures.
And so I guess one question I have is, Margaret, who do you think smells better, men or women?
Men.
Really?
Men sleeps in a men's house and they start growing the hair. They wash every day and they look clean every day. Women don't wash every day. They sleep with pig. That's why they don't look nice and smell nice.
Traditionally, Huli women are responsible for caring for children, tending to gardens, and raising pigs for the community, while men handle building houses and hunting to provide for the family.
But some mothers, widow mothers and children, they have problems. Some feeling hungry, not enough food in their house, in their garden, because they are all widows. No provider, no man. So we had to have a special meeting or gathering and we provide food.
Ladies, thank you for allowing me to join you today. This is a very special and unique moment. My understanding is that one of the big challenges for the widowed women here, as you spoke of earlier, is food. At least today, we got a lot. So I was wondering if we could join together and try some of this.
They're more than happy.
This is what I like. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's vegetables, there's cabbage, there's potatoes. The first thing everybody grabbed was chicken. Everyone goes for the meat. The food is delicious. The chicken, beautifully stewed. It tastes like all the vegetables it's been stewed with. It tastes like cabbage and broccoli. Sounds like she likes it.
She likes it.
Oh, sure. Nothing brings people together more than food, except for maybe alcohol. When is the last time you ate chicken?
Since husband was here.
Oh my gosh. What about you?
Only for one birthday I'm invited.
Oh my God. What kind of food are you usually eating since your husband passed away?
They're eating Kaukau.
Just only sweet potato?
Yes, with some greens and pumpkin leaves.
When a Huli woman loses her husband and provider, sustaining even the most basic living conditions becomes nearly impossible.
The big thing is she's always worried about the big number of children, 7 of them, who's going to school, who's need provided clothes, any other needs in the family.
Knowing this, I'm even more grateful that soon they'll join one of the biggest community gatherings this village has ever seen.
Now I'm told the ladies get to eat the pig's intestines and the blood. Both of those things are gonna be in here.
But as we sit together, I can't help but notice the widow's appearance.
There's a tradition here for widows that you won't find almost anywhere else. Can you tell me what happens after a woman's husband passes away?
After the woman husband died, they go to a woman's house. They put on a widow clothes.
So there's kind of a net material she's wearing and a grass skirt. The biggest, most notable thing would be the white clay on all their faces.
After the husband's death, a widow will dress this way for 1 year, believing it will hide her from her late husband's spirit and help her move on.
Even the children also, they all dress in widow clothes. There's a respect of the husband.
She also wears a seed necklace, removing 1 seed daily until her mourning is complete.
They will stay around the area for at least a year.
Within a couple of kilometers.
Yes.
However, the mourning ritual doesn't stop them from attending village celebrations.
So you've met the men, you've met the women, and now we're gonna witness the most epic feast that can take place among Huli tribe members. Start of the show right here. Oh, he's gonna be deeply, intimately involved with our next meal, a meal known as the Mumu.
The Mumu, an ancient earth oven method of cooking that requires a load of stones, wood, and fire. Soon this entire portly pig will be buried underground and cooked solely by the heat of hot stones.
This is one of the most epic food preparations I've ever seen in my life. Teamwork, that's what's happening behind me, and a tradition that goes back hundreds if not thousands of years, the Mumu. Soon, this pig is gonna be cooked underground. But before that, they have to remove all of the hair. So what do? They build a fire, they put 2 big logs on top of it, and then they roll the pig back and forth using bamboo to scrape the hair away. Why is this important? Because every part of the pig is gonna be eaten, especially the skin.
Once the pig's hair is scraped clean, butchering can begin. Trusting in the sharpness of a bamboo stick and a small axe, our men remove the innards and distribute them according to gender. Liver and ribs are reserved for the gentlemen, while the lucky ladies get all the blood and intestines. From here, an army of effort is deployed. Some men carry on butchering, hacking the pig into smaller pieces. A few others prepare an appetizer by grilling the ribs and liver over an open fire. But the most manpower is allocated to building the pit that will soon cook our epic main course.
Everything is coming together. The rocks are insanely hot, so hot that they're exploding. After the rocks were heated up, they removed a bunch of them. They put banana leaves on top, and now they're putting ferns and different greens on top. This is going to create a barrier between the rocks and the meat so it doesn't burn.
Bush fern, kaukau, bananas, taro, and various local edible plants are the pig's companions in this fiery pit.
All right, guys, right here, we have a whole half of a pig, and that gets flipped absolutely on top of this whole mass. And then the other side of the pig, right here, we have the whole spinal column and the head that gets jammed in too. So all the meat is laid out evenly. We can't have anything too thick or too thin because now we're gonna be putting on even more hot stones, and then that's gonna cook it. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Some of the stones, they're putting directly in contact with the meat. This is insane. They're using these giant stick wooden tweezers to move these hot stones. They're so unbelievably hot, they could not do this by hand. Sometimes they'll put 1 banana leaf in between to stop it from searing, but really, they're carefully placing these hot rocks strategically so it cooks every part of the meat evenly. Yeah, buddy. This is like the energy here. Everyone coming together for a common goal. Everyone's so pumped. Oh, now even more vegetation going on top.
With the ingredients in place, the heat must be locked in using the weight of soil.
Right now you can see there's still some steam peeking out from different holes, and they're doing their best to take the soil to cover up and plug all of those holes so all the heat is completely locked inside. So I'm told maybe an hour, 2 hours, and then we will dig this up and see what we got.
Right now, our appetizer is ready.
All right, folks, our meal today has some staggered courses, some eaten by men and some eaten by the ladies. Right here, we have some parts that are meant just for the men. You've got the ribs, you've got the liver, and then we have some back leg meat as well. First of all, the liver being cut up right now with this bamboo knife. Oh boy, this liver is pretty black on the outside. This pig was a heavy drinker. I got a pretty chewy piece. You like it? It's good? Right here, we have some ribs. Earlier, when I was talking to Matthew, I said, why are the ribs dedicated to men? Because that's a really good part. And he said, no, it's the best part. So I thought there was something maybe more spiritual involved. Turns out it's really yummy, so they want to eat it. I say, that's pretty delicious. The meat, it's amazing because there's nothing on it. It's basically just pig and fire. It's the most basic elements known to man. Protein, fat, charcoal, fire. That's it. It's smoky. Some of the fat has charred a bit, giving it a little bit of a delicious burnt flavor. It's juicy. People like to shake hands when they eat here. They get so pumped, they start shaking hands with each other. Yeah. Now, I want to point out something while we're here. You have met a lot of the Wig-Men, but before Wig-Men became men, they were wig students. This gentleman is a wig student, so right now he's got about 1 inch of hair going, and it's going to take probably a couple more years before his wig is finalized. One day this is going to look like this. But you're looking good. Good progress, man. Yeah. So from here, we're going to finish up our snack for the boys, and then we're going to show you what the ladies get to eat. Right here, we have some food meant just for the ladies, huh? I forgot they don't know English. Now, I'm told the ladies get to eat the pig's intestines and the blood. Both of those things are gonna be in here.
Since it's nearly impossible to grill blood, the Huli women soak up the blood into clumps of fern and edible plants. Then they stuff that blood-soaked salad inside bamboo tubes along with pieces of intestine. Finally, they grill the bamboo until the contents are cooked through.
Oh, that is definitely intestine. Oh, Jesus. Do not cross Lynn. Lynn just crushed bamboo with her bare fingers. There's a lot of vegetation and then a good amount of intestine in here as well. Nah.
Thank you, Arabe.
Arabe is thank you. There you go. They put in the vegetation. I'm not sure if that's to help it stay in place or if we're gonna eat that too. Naminya?
Nah.
Naminya. Pig's intestine is greasy, it's heavy, it's very chewy. Sweet. It's so interesting. Almost every food today people have described as being sweet, even when they were so obviously not sweet at all to me. But perhaps I've destroyed my taste buds through years of eating Golden Grams and Cinnamon Toast Crunch. These are some of the greens that were inside. Ooh. Really? Even the plants, they're saying it's sweet. It's so bitter. Camera guy, do you want some? Is that blood?
Yeah.
What? Right here, mixed with a bunch of greens, we have blood. So she's got the knife. She's gonna cut it in half. Oh, it's so hot. It's so fucking hot. Okay, it's good. I got a little piece right here. Is it delicious? It's new, it's different. It's unseasoned greens are watery. It's a little bit bitter. And then there's a bit of crumbly blood in there too. Tendapi.
It's time to dig up and reveal the mumu.
Right now you can see the steam absolutely pouring through the soil and any vents that it can. There's so much heat inside that is pent up. I can feel it coming out of the ground right now as the rain comes down upon us. We hope that this meat has cooked all the way through. Oh, wow. We are getting really close. Slowly, they're revealing the pigs. You can see the shape of the body right here, the back leg. Oh, is that the head? Right here, we have the head. He's digging it out. We gotta find out soon if it's actually cooked all the way through. The food is moving to the eating area. All right, the other meat's coming in hot. Boom. This is the final result right here. We have the pig's spine right here, and then over here, 2 halves of the pig. This thing is thick. That's looking pretty cooked through right now. Yes? Yes. In a moment, they're gonna divvy all this up, cut it up, split into small groups, and then everyone's gonna start eating, even though it's raining. I think it's going down no matter what. The food is cooked, people are happy. We gotta make this happen. The last thing to get dug up is all these vegetables. We've had sweet potato, he's eating some of those bitter greens, and I've got this right here, a banana. The most potatoey, starchy banana I've ever had in my life. All this food is delicious. I swear it's a different flavor than if you just put it in a pot and boil it in water. It's taken on some of the flavor of those greens or maybe the pig or maybe both. These sweet potatoes are so delicious and warm and steamy, which is nice on a semi-rainy day. But from here, the meat.
As the rain becomes more intense, our expected communal feast is washed away, but no one will leave empty-handed. The meat is portioned and passed around for families to bring home. But for some Wig students and myself, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity I'm not willing to let slip by.
All right, folks, we have our final meal right here. I'm hanging out with the Wig students. When you become an old Wig-Man, you can't really hang out in the rain. It's gonna make your wig frizzy. All the guys today, as soon as it would sprinkle a little water today, they would put an umbrella up, they would hide from the rain. But these guys, they've got wigs in progress. That means it can get wet. That means we are in the rain eating some pork. So he's gonna cut it using the traditional bamboo knife. That's still a pretty big piece, actually. Please.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Here you go. I'm looking at this pig skin. It looks pretty dark and almost brownish green. It's got quite a color to it. It's hard to the touch, but not crispy. Cheers.
Strong one.
That was a fat pig. That is pure, greasy, oily fattiness, plus kind of a crispy skin. It's not crispy in the traditional way. It's not like crackling skin. Super oily, fatty, and then the skin is really tough. Guys, take a look at this beautiful piece right here. That is the whole front leg. Oh, some of the meat came right off of there.
Okay, amen.
Yeah, please. Here. There you go. That's really good. The pork is absolutely delicious. It just goes without saying, you don't need anything special. You need some heat and you need a pig, and that's about it. These guys absolutely nailed it. Now, it's a certain type of texture. This isn't slow cooked, it's not braised, so it's a little bit of a tougher meat. It definitely has some chew to it, but these guys do not mind at all. They just use the bamboo to cut it down to size and throw it back. Awesome. What you see here is the spirit of Mumu, as far as I understand it. It's about camaraderie, people coming together, the community, the culture, everybody in the area enjoying a meal together. It's energetic. The Mumu does not work alone or with one family. It has to be a community thing, especially if you're doing it at this scale. Tendebi. No idea.
Hungry for more fun food videos? Join me at More Best Ever Food Review Show, a channel that's unfiltered, raw, half the quality, and twice the fun.
You walk away and come back. Oh, look, the server.
Subscribe now and you probably won't regret it.
How do you say pig?
No,
To me, a pig is a yes go, but here, no go. And then this part here, this,
no, tini,
and then this.
naminya,
No go, tini, naminya.
Opedako, naminya.
Okay.
Potawa.
I'm stuck at 3 words. That's about my capacity per day. Boom, that is the end of video number 2 here in Papua New Guinea. An amazing experience hanging out with the Huli tribe. Wow, a wig made out of their own hair. I should have done this in my 20s. What a missed opportunity, and now I feel like it's too late. If you thought this series was winding down, oh no, we're just getting started.
Before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to Travis and P&G Experience for managing and planning logistics for this trip. P&G Experience offers intimate tour experiences, connecting you with the people and culture of Papua New Guinea. From kayaking through rolling surf breaks, savoring mouth-watering local seafood, or discovering the lost relics of World War II, there's a tour for every traveler. Thanks also to the Papua New Guinea Tourism Promotion Authority and Air New Guinea, the national airline of Papua New Guinea.
That is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. When I pass away, Mumu my body. No one has to eat it. They could. But Mumu me, please. Thank you. Bury me in a Mumu grave.